Hi, I'm Bolaji from Niiffe. I'm with BLACKGIRLFLOW.
Tell us a little bit about your label, how it started out.
Yes, thanks for having me first of all. The label is called Niiffe and it basically started when I was in uni. Not, as an official label yet, because I was in uni and I just did that to supplement, so to speak, where we come from. You couldn't just wake up and say, oh, I'm good at this and therefore that's what I want to do. You have to go to school, which is why I had first degree, I had master's degree before I was able to say, look, I've done all that now. I really want to follow my passion. So for me, it's a personal thing. I never liked buying clothes on the rack and just wearing them. I always wanted to be different. I always wanted to have something that's just for me, and that's where it all started from.
Okay, and what is it that inspired you to get into fashion? Well, how did you know that this is what I want to do?
To be honest with you, when I was growing up, my mom had a Singer sewing machine. I used to wake up to the sound of it. She used to make our beddings, she used to make our, window blinds. When we went to boarding school, she would make loads and give them to us. And then as she got older, because she was a civil servant, she would ask us to go make it ourselves. From there, I would just take one of my dresses and just literally take it apart and try to put it back together. The fascination with the fact that I can make something, I can see something from nothing just come to life was just, it was a love for me. It was one of the reasons I decided at some point in my life I would love to do this. I really, really liked it. Even when we're in uni, my friends, they would ask me to make them stuff to go out, So we take our old clothes, we amend them, we change the styles, we join one fabric to another just to create something, completely different. So that's where I got my inspiration and my passion from. It was literally from my mom making our beddings and just teaching us how to use the machine and stuff like that.
Alright, that's interesting. Did you ever take any professional sewing lessons, or did you learn from your mom, self-taught basically?
I never ever no? I've never been to a fashion school, so to speak. She showed me how to cut, just to cut like bed sheets and stuff. But like I said before, I used to take my clothes apart, place them on the plain fabric and just trace around that and try to copy that and then put that back together. And then I'd stand there and measure myself, which is, I know it's weird, but put measuring tape around myself and then try to create that on a piece of paper to use in making stuff. So that's how I started, to be honest. That's how I started. And I just only used to make for family. So,
So this is obviously now expanded into something more than just family.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite surprised myself because I remember when it started, it was 2010 and my cousin needed to go someplace. She couldn't find anything that she likes, in the stores. She asked me to make her something. So I did. And right from there, everybody kept coming, oh my god, you should make me this, you should make me that, you should make me this. So I figured, well, if everyone wants me to make them something, they must like it. Let me just try and see if just a few would go up well, which it did. And it was really, I still have to pinch myself sometimes just to understand that this is really happening. I didn't even think it would, to be honest, but thankfully it has. And it's expanded. We have a new collection coming out soon, end of the month as well. So this outfit, let's just say Niiffe started from here, because this one used to be a skirt that I owned and I didn't like it anymore, so I decided I was gonna alter it. It was a long skirt. What I decided to do was to add this pleated hemline to it, and it was just amazing when I finished it. So I decided, well, I'm gonna incorporate that into my collection, basically making a dress version of it. So what I have here is I try to reproduce the pattern on the original skirt by hand sewing these lines, these contrast panels. Those are hand sewn onto the plain fabric, by hand with these. It features, an exposed zip at the back. For me, why I use exposed metal zip is it gives an aura of I'm a bad girl, but I'm also a good girl. And it has, plunging neckline with power shoulder pads as well, which kind of gives you that aura, that, urge, that feel of luxury anyway. With these are stiff netting with the contrast, so it stays really well when you're wearing it. And this is also one of fan favorites as well, because it's selling, let me just say, really well as well. So it's in the collection. So we have a skirt version and we have the dress version of the dress. This is one of my favorites. It's called Ruru dress. It features, as you can see, the fur neckline and the hemline. It's made from stretch dress fabric, and it's got some contrast panels on it. I don't know, I just love this dress because I remember when I made it and I tried it on, and a friend of mine saw it and was like, well, are you going to Russia? Which is why we decided we're going to name it Ruru dress. It's just, for me, it's classy without being, you know, too in your face. The contrast panel and the cutout shoulder shows a bit of skin, which is always sexy, and the short hemline with the fur shows a bit of luxury, you know, for the dress. So this dress is one of my favorite. It also has like a keyhole back at the back of the dress as well, so you're showing a bit of skin there. So when paired with a really nice pair of shoes, I think that would be lovely. And it's one of the ones that it's on a bit, you know, high end of the scale, because it's got, like I said, it's got fur, and you know that makes it a bit higher. But you know, I think it's a fan favorite, this one.
Do you want to tell us a bit about your price ranges?
Yes. At the moment, I think the cheapest that you'll find is £70, and that's, you know, retail price. That goes for, because we have tops, we have trousers, we have obviously skirts and dresses. So I think the cheapest, or the lower end of the line that you find will be around £70, which is available and it's affordable for everyone. The highest at the moment, depending on, you know, whether we're going into wholesale or retail. For retail prices, you know, you're looking at like 100, 120. But when we start going into wholesale, I can't really, you know, discuss that in detail now, but then, I mean, it should be within that range.
What's your target market? Is there any particular group that you target or that you design your clothes specifically for? Yeah,
at the moment we're targeting, you know, age gap between 18 and 35. Reason we're doing that now is because by the time you're 18, you know for certain what you want to do. I understand, you know, I know that some people at early ages in life, they already know, but for me, I think you're able to fully understand yourself as a woman when you get to that stage. So between 18 onwards, you know exactly what you want, you know exactly how you want to look, you know how you want to feel, you know. So we're designing for people in the universities, ladies in the universities, in the offices, even the homemakers, you know. Our mummies at home, that they want to be fabulous as well, they want to look good, they want to feel good. For me, I think designing is more about how you feel rather than what you look like. I always tell my friends, it's not about what you're wearing, it's about how you wear it. You know, so it's more about how that dress you're wearing makes you feel at the end of the day, because no one can make you feel good about yourself but yourself.
So as a Nigerian fashion designer, how do you see African fashion as a whole? Like, where do you see it in its position in the world?
To be honest with you, I think we're about to break the mold, just because, you know, when it's summer, you see everyone, oh, I love this print, we own that. I don't mean that to sound in the fact that, you know, but we own it. We have the colors, we have the print, we have the patterns. And when you look online and when you look at the fashion weeks, when you look at the fashion shows going on around, you see there's a lot of African influence in fashion these days. That's why you see so many prints, you see so many bold colors. Because before, when you look back 5-10 years ago, you wouldn't see someone wear a blue top and a mustard yellow, you know. Yeah. It's just, I think we're about to break the mold, literally. We will go very, very far. We'll probably take over in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, just because everyone wants something. No one wants to be boring anymore, and that's what African fashion is about. Like I said, we've got all the prints, we've got all the colors, we've got the attitude to match. We're not afraid, you know, to express ourselves in different ways, in different colors, in different shades. So I think that's why it's kind of more appealing, if I can say that, to people generally these days. That's why now you can wear, you know, an African print skirt to work and it's fine. Before, you couldn't do that. You have to wear black and white, or you have to wear, you know, shades of grey. But we will, I mean, we're there. I don't want to say we will get there, because I feel like we're there already.